Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. 4 topics for this video. The first one is the US Secret Service suspends agents in Trump shooting probe. We're going to discuss that. Do you think it was incompetence or it was ill will? We'll find out, right? With time, like we find out about Kennedy, they will tell us who did it. They will tell. That's the key word. They will tell us. All the evidence will be allowed to see almost everything. Some will be sealed. Why? To protect whom? Remember the key word. They, them, identify as. All right. Next one. We have an article from Telegraph, that fantastic British tabloid media outlet, how you want to call it. And we have here a guy, a politician. His name is John Healey. He is saying something that contradicts actually how Putin, the evil Putin, is portrayed. You remember, Putin is portrayed as an omnipowerful, omnipresent dictator, tyrant of Russia. That is, if a bird gets the wrong note, gets arrested by Putin. All right? Now we find out that actually it's not so. Well, you can't have it both. You either are strong or you're weak, let's say. Don't give me got weaknesses. It's not about that. No. You're powerful tyrant. Anything that moves gets arrested. And then get the Navalny treatment. This is the narrative. That's another topic. The other topic is Mr. Alexander Syrsky, the Russian general that is in charge of supposedly Ukrainian army, is he going to be put on a dead end line like his Ukrainian general Valery Zaluzny was? Which is, these guys are preparing his debacle. Get him out. Why? We got a negative article on Mr. Syrsky from, again, the Telegraph. That's unheard of. Remember, the Ukrainians and the guys in charge of Ukraine, their shit doesn't stink. No. The Ukrainian military doesn't shoot civilians, not even accidentally. Why? Because the Western provided weapons, when they come towards a civilian location, they're like, oh, it's a civilian, and go somewhere in the space, never to return on planet Earth. That's how the baboons are fed. And the other one is an article from USA Today, and it's a very concerning situation that happened at the border. A U.S. Border Patrol agent told women, so that's plural, to show him their breasts to get into the country. Well, why am I smiling? I disagree with that. Let's start with this one. But I will tell you to what extent others could come to United States of America, and do you think, hey, if you show me your breast, I'll let you come to United States of America. Really? You want to see my pussy too? I mean, these people risk their lives to desert with the coyotes, not that coyotes, the guys that they pay to maybe sexually abuse them on the way to United States of America. They face starvation, dehydration, children exposed, and oh my God, these guys ask you to show, and if you don't, we're gonna send you back to the coyote. Now, I will tell you. Well, I'm gonna talk about something personal as well. So let's start with the first subject right here. Russia Today. U.S. Secret Service suspends agents in Trump shooting probe. The agency is under fire for failing to protect the Republican presidential candidate. The U.S. Secret Service has reportedly suspended a regional director and several agents as it probes the operational failure. An order is an order, my friends. That almost got Republican president candidate Donald Trump killed last month. So on Friday, CBS News reported that the USSS has replaced multiple agents on leave, including the head of the Pittsburgh field office, end quote, citing an anonymous source familiar with the matter. Secret Service spokesman Anthony Guglielmi declined to confirm or deny the claim, saying only that, I'm quoting, the mission assurance review is progressing. The whistleblower said Hawley alleged that officials, and I'm quoting, at Secret Service headquarters encouraged agents in charge of the trip not to request any additional security assets in its formal manpower request, effectively denying these assets through informal means. You must explain this apparent contradiction immediately, Hawley wrote. Hawley lost me when he supported someone in too much self-defense. Your actions to place some field agents on leave are not enough. All right, let's start with this. This is what's going to happen. Those agents will be fired, will be placed on leave, maybe, I don't know, maybe not fired, but I think they will be fired. Why? Do you think that a system can be exposed, or the system can allow itself to be exposed by turly-burly, some little fuckers over there, the agents? Are you crazy? You are little fish within a big system that would swallow you like I swallow right now things that are in the air. Don't even know about it. They will go as they can. Why? There are others ready to take their place, better than them. Now, was that a failure? Well, it was a failure, but you can go, it was ordered. I'm asking questions. Was ordered? Was it an incompetence? Hire me because I'm this, I'm not. All right? Or I don't know. I do not think that was a failure because of the American Secret Services just missed that thing. No, I tell you why. It's like you go to drive a car, but you forget your keys, or keys, however you want. The keys to start the car. Or you want to go driving, but you don't have a car, but you're going to drive. So the one of ABC 1, 2, 3 in this kind of situation is like you go to work, you need to wake up first in the morning. It's things that without which you cannot go further. And they missed it. And then the guy was filmed by these guys. No. That was not a failure by incompetence. That's my assessment. I don't know what it was. But anyway, it was not a failure by incompetence. And these guys will fall. Their problem is that Trump is still and kicking. That's their problem. They will be fired, they will be hurt, and they will say, see, we're not corrupted. We're not corrupt agency. We work for you. Yeah. One attempt, one success. Why? The guy fired. That's a success for the criminal. And that's bad. That's bad. All right. That's my... so they will be just bye. Or maybe they will... I don't think they will be placed on like side jobs. You know, not demoted, but side somewhere. I don't know, in the office somewhere pushing some papers or something. Or pencils. Next one. Let me show you this contradiction. This comes from the Telegraph. Look at the title. Putin's fragile grip on Russia. Overall, has been exposed, says John Haley. Ukraine's surprise ground assault in Russia has shown doubt inside the country about Vladimir Putin, defense secretary has said. In an article for Telegraph, John Haley said that the Russian president's cabal may be facing growing internal pressure. Now, okay, so he says that grip on Russia has been exposed. For baboons and infantiles. Only in Hollywood movies you have Bruce Lee or other fighters being hurt at the beginning of the fight for about 5 minutes straight, that if that would happen to a real person, they would have died 50 times. And then after that, he is dead. Somehow his balls are exploding and he fucked them up, man. All right, like that. That's only in the movies, in Hollywood movies, because they create a certain kind of childish mirage, fairy tales. Didn't you expect, in this case, Russia, the empire of evil, right? Not to be hurt a little bit. And how much is it hurt? How much is Russia hurt? Let's put it in context. It's like these guys got to the gates of the Kremlin, like Napoleon and Adolf. Is that what it is? Is goddamn Kursk and Belgorod? Did you look over the map to see the extent of this? Is it a NATO success? It is. It is a big success. Now compare that with the whole situation. Nuclear armed country, 7,500 nuclear warheads, with a possible general mobilization of 30 million people. Do you think that country with Belgorod attack and Kursk attack is in panic? No. Well, that was successful. Let's see how far they go. I think they're stopped already. But nevertheless, so it shows that Putin's fragile grip, it's a fragile grip. How is the fragile grip with that incurred? Only if you take the Kursk and Belgorod. Only if you talk about that. It's like the whole empire falls because of that. Imagine that you fight with someone and someone does this to you. Not even that. Not even like, oh my God, Emily's gonna fall. It's almost knocked out. No, put in the whole context of Russia. That's nothing almost. It is something, but almost nothing. To show that as a fragile grip, like it's almost about to be knocked out right here. Putin's grip is fragile. And it's a contradiction to what these guys tell us with the other half of the mouth, that Putin knows everything, kills his all of political opponents. The free media doesn't exist there. He knows everything and everybody. He orders people to show up on the stadiums to cheer for him. That's what BBC said through that Goldsberg correspondent. Yeah, he's okay. The interview with Lavrov. I made a video on that when that happened 2 years ago. They made them like the Soviet times. Guys, these guys are lying. So you make up your mind. But hey, they say it because they know the baboon's attention span is no more than 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, you can tell them the opposite, and they will never know that's the opposite of what they've been told 3 seconds ago, after the 3 minutes and 3 seconds ago. No, they will not. Why? The baboons are busy with their working hard for picking other baboons' fleas and eating them, watching TV, taking naps, okay? And life is hard in the richest country in the world, for instance, and not only. So let's move on. Fragile. They tell me Putin knows everything in this. I mean, you gotta make up your mind. Is it or not? Like this, talk about the Securitate in communist Romania. Oh, knows everything. He's so powerful, and he just fell like this in 1989. Boom, just like that. But hey, they fought for Ceausescu. They fought my ass. I have internal information about how they fought. How? They were told to bring their, how do you call it? Weapons, let's put it this way, because they were given pistols to fight the invading countries. I know that for a fact. And they were given, because they said it's foreign agencies that are going to try to destabilize and destroy Romania. So they were a security service. They were giving Carpați with a 6 bullets or something in it. That's how they were supposed to fight the Russian Soviet tanks, which actually was other tanks, not only Soviet tanks. I know that for a fact. All right, spoke with people. Let's put it this way, mildly. And then their chief, what's his name? Can't remember. The general, the security general. What was his name? Vlad was the general. He said he ordered them to bring all their weapons in their offices, and they locked them, and that's it. So when the security, only it was not them, it was different kinds, the terrorists of the Ceausescu. Stories. How many terrorists did they catch? I tell you, 0. How many did they kill? Again, we don't know. My friends, they caught some, but they were not speaking Romanian. I know that again for a fact. From where? From the hospital. My friends, I know a lot of shit, and I want to talk about it if I'm requested. I hope not under a light and smacked around by a Romanian thug. All right, let's see what's going on here. This is how these guys are, I think, preparing Alexander Syrski's debacle. Now, debacle because he gets popular. Maybe he wants to start a little military insurrection in Ukraine, or maybe they want to put him at safe haven somewhere so he doesn't get by whomever comes over. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, the Russians. So, like Zaluzny. General Zaluzny is safe. Is safe under the direct control of the Brits. Where? In London as the Ukraine's ambassador. As Kolonovsky, I call him colonoscopy. The guy who helped, he's a Jewish, but it's okay. He's got a Jewish Israeli citizenship. Anyway, he helped the other guy called Zelensky Stein with money, and he got arrested by none other than Zelensky's troops, and he is in prison, I think, to be kept safe from being by his guys from outside. So he uses Zelensky Stein, I think, uses the Ukrainians to keep safe one of his buddies from being bang by these buddies' enemies, like mafia, my friend. So let's see. This article, again, from the trustworthy Telegraph, August 24th. Brutal butcher or brilliant general? Meet Ukraine's top soldier taking the war to Russia. So are they trying to wash that? The the Bakhmut failure? And they didn't call it failure. It was an organized, that's what I said at that time. I said it was what it was. Organized retreat, organized and disciplined. But the videos that I posted showed the poor Ukrainians running like crazy and the Russians coming after them. There was anyway, let's read this guy. So here is Syrsky. By the way, Syrsky, he's a Russian. By birth, by genes. What's up, meow meow? The cat is here. So we might, you coming up? Come on. There you go. Okay, good job. See, went around. This cat, I said before, this cat, and not because it's my cat, is, I think, at least at a 5-year-old level of a human being. I told this cat once or twice yesterday, don't come over my keyboard and when I'm working here, go around, jumped here, went around there, and is over there looking outside. Fast learner, learns faster than humans that I work with in capacities. Adults, intellectuals, some of them. Unbelievable. So let's go back here. Meet General Sovok, the butcher of Bakhmut. Hopa. Many unpleasant things were said about Alexander Syrsky when he succeeded. He replaced Valery Zaluzny as commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian armed forces in February. He was too conservative, too controlling, too willing to spend his men's lives above all. Some Ukrainian soldiers grumbled. Too Soviet. Ooh. Now the 59-year-old daring invasion of Kursk, Russia's Kursk region has shifted that view up to a point. What do you mean? He probably used the same methods to do that. How do you think is it crazy to think that you fight the war without daring and, sending people to go press, blah, blah, blah? That's what you do. You're not going to say, I'm not going to fight because it's very dangerous. War is dangerous. So again, I don't care about the human, blah, 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 blah. Really? Well, you're always going to have at least two sides to each story. Let's go. And just that you have this kind of article, maybe they just try to, I don't think so, because you would not see such a question, even if you want to wash his alleged sins. Because you forget about the sins. You put them you hide them under the carpet. That's the best way. Because once you discuss them, that means the things are too escalated already. If you have to discuss, these guys are ignoring. By ignoring, you kill the piece of news. And who's going to find out? If the media doesn't talk about something, about Syrsky, how are you going to find out, let's say as in Ukraine, about what Syrsky is doing? If the controlled media will shut the hell up. Are you going to check the Russians, what they say? Maybe. Instead of berating him for using stubborn, unimaginative, and sacrificing lives for pointless tactical gains, he is being praised for planning and executing one of the biggest, most audacious, and so far most successful surprises of the war. What's up, buddy? What? Come over here. What do you want? You want to go over there? I know where you want to go. You want to go over there. Make room for King Mo. Over there you want to go. That way. And you want to go that way? I just praised you a minute ago. All right, good. Go around. And it's going to be flying. It moves around. Good job. So, first, the Kursk invasion, I personally don't think it was organized, ordered, and all that put together by Syrski himself. I think it was done by NATO generals who told Syrski, now, like you tell telephone, use the telephone to communicate with whomever you want to communicate. This is Syrski right here, right? And I am the one who made the decision. And who made the decision, I think, are NATO generals. That's my assessment. Am I right? Am I wrong? Time will tell. I think I'm 99% certain right. Why? Wait, give it about 2 years or 3 years when these guys are going to be allowed to talk about it. Those guys, we can talk about it, but it's a risky business. All right, so that's let's go to the last topic. Rather, USA Today. U.S. Border Patrol agent, singular, told women, plural, to show him their breasts to go into country. Feds. A U.S. Border Patrol agent has been charged after being accused of ordering women to show him their breasts during the admissions process to enter the country, federal authorities said. Shane Millen, 53, was charged with 4 misdemeanor counts of deprivation of rights under color of law. Are you back? Federal prosecutors, he willfully deprived 4 different women of their constitutional right to be free from unreasonable searches, the prosecutors say. Wait. 4 different women of their constitutional rights. I think the Constitution, and I don't think, I know, it applies only to the American citizens. So is this ordering women to show their breasts during the admission process to enter the country? Wait, let's see if these guys are undocumented immigrants or not. I'm not saying this is right. It's wrong. 100% wrong. All right, we got that covered. So during virtual processing concerning their admission into the U.S., Millen told 3 women to export their bare chest to him over webcam. Not even in reality. And then what's going to be? Let me touch. And a 4th woman to unveil their breast to him while her bra remained on, according to prosecutors. Let me see. Millen made the demands for his own gratification and lied to the women by saying he was conducting legitimate searches, prosecutors say. Let's see. I want to see if they talk about... It doesn't even say if this guy... Well, admission process. Are they... ordering women to show themselves during the admission process to enter the country. Now, were they illegal, or they were just returning? Let's say I returned to the United States of America and someone says, "Show me your cock." Here it is, baby doll. What do you want to do? You want to taste it? All right. I'm just saying, if they were, they say their constitutional right to be free from, that would imply they were U.S. citizens. That even makes it even more wrong than, let's say, I'm not saying it's not wrong, just don't get it out of it. But I want to tell you, if I am a guy who tries to enter the country, like admission process, but it was over a webcam, so I guess it qualifies to admission process. I don't think then it was illegal immigrants. But nevertheless, good that they caught him that way. Why? Because from that, it goes to the next one, it goes to the next one, it goes to the next one. But my point was, if these guys would have been people apprehended at the border and so on, Believe me, people are so desperate to come in this country that that would mean nothing. I'm not trying to defend this guy whatsoever. I mean, he should be obviously prosecuted and convicted for that and go to jail or whatever. Misdemeanor, I don't know if he's going to go, counts four of them. But it's abuses happen. Well, nothing is perfect, and of course they do. Well, this is what happens with these guys, and I'm pretty sure in those colonies, or how you want to call it, at the border, a lot of abuse happen, not only on children, but on people. Do I have any evidence? The only evidence is human nature in the context of power and historical events, which involved, again, humans. Tragic events in charge of other humans through certain processes and so on. All right, so this guy over a webcam. I mean, goddamn, you have a telephone, you have a whatever you got. Go over there and Google something if you want to see bare chests. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.